The 2013 FIBA Asia Championship for men was the intercontinental championship for basketball organized by FIBA Asia that served as the qualifying tournament for the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup in Spain. The tournament was held from August 1 to Euro 11 in Metro Manila, Philippines. Beirut, Lebanon was supposed to host the tournament, but the hosting rights was given to the Philippines, citing the Syrian Civil War and security concerns in the Middle East in general. This is also the last Asian Championships that will serve as the qualifying round for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, as a qualifying window will be used starting 2019. Hosting. During the 2012 FIBA Asia Cup in Japan, FIBA Asia accepted the bids of the Philippines, Lebanon and Iran to host the 2013 FIBA Asia Championship. The Philippines bid, which was presented by Sumahang Basketball NG Pilipinas President Manuel V. Pangilinan, SBP Secretary-General Sonny Barrios, Philippine Basketball Association Commissioner Quito Salud and former FIBA Asia Secretary-General Moing Matalino, included hosting the games at the newly constructed Mall of Asia Arena. The Lebanese bid was presented by national team player Fodi El Khatib, which was a 10-minute video demonstration of the venues, of which Gaza Club Court would be the primary arena. The FIBA Asia Executive Committee awarded the tournament to Lebanon, which shall be hosting its first championship. Beirut was the host of the 2012 FIBA Asia Champions Cup, the Asian Club Championship. However, the final between Lebanese club Al Riyadi and Mahram Tehran was put off due to political tension in the city. In a statement, FIBA Asia Secretary-General Hagop Kajirian said that FIBA Asia will take a decision on holding the final game of the event very soon. However, with the escalating Syrian Civil War, FIBA Asia announced that on January 2013 that they shall move the championship to the Philippines, after the SBP expressed willingly to still host the event. This would be the first time in 40 years that the Philippines will host the championship. Qualification. According to the FIBA Asia rules, the host nation Philippines and 2012 FIBA Asia Cup champions Iran automatically qualified. East Asia, West Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Gulf each had 2 berths, while Central Asia and South Asia each had 1 slot allotted. The other 4 places are allocated to the zones according to performance in the 2012 FIBA Asia Cup. Therefore, with Japan, Qatar, China, and Chinese Taipei finishing in the top 4 in that tournament other than Iran and Philippines, which were both direct qualifiers, East Asia gained another 3 berths while the Persian Gulf gained an additional slot. Included are the teams' FIBA World Rankings prior to the tournament. Among teams that participated in 2011, Uzbekistan and Indonesia failed to qualify, and Syria did not participate. Returnees include Kazakhstan, which skipped the 2011 tournament after finishing 9th in 2009, Saudi Arabia, which failed to qualify in 2009 and last participated in 2005, Thailand, which last participated in 2001, and Hong Kong, which returned after failing to qualify in 2009 and 2011. Suspension of the Lebanese Federation. Lebanon originally qualified for the tournament after placing second in the 2013 West Asian Basketball Championship. However, after the country's basketball federation was suspended indefinitely by FIBA due to unresolved conflicts within the country's National Basketball Federation, they were replaced by 4th placer Iraq. But Iraq declined due to lack of preparation, and FIBA Asia instead tapped the United Arab Emirates to replace them. However, the United Arab Emirates also declined the invitation for the same reason, and after FIBA's confirmation of the Lebanese Federation's suspension, FIBA Asia decided not to take in any more replacements, reducing the total number of teams to 15. This left Group B with only 3 teams, and some games were moved from the Ninoy Aquino Stadium to compensate for the lost games involving Lebanon. All Group B teams thus automatically qualified for the second round, regardless of the outcome of their first-round matches. Venues. The Mall of Asia Arena was chosen as the main venue for the championship, while the Ninoy Aquino Stadium served as the second venue for the tournament. Treston College Gym. The University of Makati Gym, the Makati Coliseum and the Cuneta Astrodome were the designated practice venues. Draw. The draw was held at the Centennial Ballroom of the Manila Hotel on June 6. Unlike earlier championships where the draw favored stronger teams, FIBA Asia mandated that it will be a pure draw, or the teams were not seeded, with the host country picking 13th. At the time of the draw, 2 participants from the SEABA region were yet to be determined and were designated as Southeast Asia 1, and Southeast Asia 2. A separate draw would later be held to determine which teams would be designated as Southeast Asia 1, and Southeast Asia 2. Squads. Each team has a roster of 12 players. Only 1 naturalized player per team is allowed by FIBA. Tournament format, preliminary round, 3 groups of 4 teams and a group of 3 teams. Teams from the same group play against each other once. Teams are ranked by points awarded in descending order. Top 3 advance to the second round. Group tournament ranking system, games won, 2 points, games lost by ordinary circumstances, 1 point, games lost by default, 1 point, and the score at the time of stoppage if the defaulting team is trailing, or a score of 2-0 if it is leading or if the game is tied. Games lost by forfeit, 0 points and a score of 20-0 against the forfeiting team. Tie-breaking criteria, game results between tied teams via point system above, goal average between games of the tied teams, goal average for all games of the tied teams, drawing of lots. Second round, Groups A and B shall comprise Group E, while Groups C and D shall comprise Group F. Teams play against teams that have not played yet once, while the records for the teams that had already met that also advanced are carried over. Same points and tie-breaking system as in the preliminary round. Top 4 advance to the final round. Final round, single elimination tournament for the championship, 3rd Euro 4th classification, playoff for semi-finals losers, 5th Euro 8th classification, single elimination tournament for quarter-finals losers, 9th Euro 12th classification, single elimination tournament for 5th and 6th places in the second round, 13th Euro 15th classification, single elimination tournament for 4th places in the preliminary round. Preliminary round, Group A. Chinese Taipei and the Philippines emerged as the favorites in the group after beating Jordan and Saudi Arabia. In a game to determine the group winner, the Taiwanese held on against the Filipinos to win the game. In a virtual elimination game, Jordan blew out Saudi Arabia to eliminate the latter team. Group B. The opening game between Japan and Qatar went down to the final minute, with the Qataris pulling through to win. The 2 teams easily defeated Hong Kong, but all 3 teams qualified to the next round. Group C. The Malaysians suffered blowouts of 90 points, 91 points and 22 points against Iran, China and Korea respectively to be eliminated. Iran emerged as the undefeated team, having easy wins against the Chinese and the Koreans, while the game between the East Asians was won by Korea which capitalized on late-game misses by the Chinese. Group D. Kazakhstan topped the group with easy wins against Thailand and India. On their win against Bahrain, the game went into overtime, but the Kazakhs relied on key free throws to defeat the Bahrainis. The Bahrainis also needed an extra period to defeat India, thus emerged as the second in the group. In the game that turned to be an elimination game, the Indians blew out Thailand to qualify for the second round. Classification 13th Euro 15th. Second round, the results and the points of the matches between the same teams that were already played during the preliminary round shall be taken into account for the second round. Group E. The Philippines and Chinese Taipei saw themselves beating Hong Kong and Japan, respectively, while Qatar had an easy win against Jordan. Jordan won easily against Hong Kong to remain in contention. The Philippines pulled away in their game against Qatar, while Chinese Taipei maintained their small lead against Japan to guarantee the top 2 teams from Group A of a quarter-final berth. In a virtual elimination game, Jordan defeated the Japanese to advance to the quarter-finals. The Qatari win against Chinese Taipei gave hope for the Filipinos on winning the group, but the Philippines had a difficult win against Hong Kong to top the group nevertheless. Group F. The qualifiers from Group C won all of their games against the teams from Group D. The closest match was the Kazakhstan-China game, where the Chinese got through when they outscored the Kazakhs 11-5 in the final 3 minutes when the score was tied. All other games were blowouts in favor of Group C teams. Classification 9th, the Euro 12th. Final round. Quarter-finals. Semi-finals 5th, the Euro 8th. Semi-finals. 7th place. 5th place. 3rd place. Final. Final ranking, awards, Most Valuable Player, Hamd Haddadi, All-Star Team, PG a Euro Jason Castro, SG a Euro Kim In-gu, SF a Euro Lin Chichai, PF a Euro Oshin Sahakian, CA Euro Hamd Haddadi. Statistical leaders, player tournament averages, team tournament averages, tournament game highs, marketing, broadcasting. FIBA announced that Chinese state broadcaster China Central Television earned the rights to broadcast FIBA events in China from 2013 to 2016, and that a record number of Asian broadcasters are to telecast the event. At least some matches were broadcast in 40 countries and territories all over the world. These are the broadcasters from the participating teams. In the Philippines, Solar Entertainment Corporation's Basketball TV is the official home broadcaster, airing all matches from the Mall of Asia Arena. Solar has the rights to all FIBA telecasts in the Philippines until 2015. For free TV, ABC Development Corporation's flagship network, TV5, aired games involving the Philippines and the immediately preceding match, while Axiom aired the afternoon matches. BTV aired all games of the knockout round, while TV5 aired 2 quarter-final games, the semi-finals, third-place playoff and final, and Axiom aired a quarter-final. The TV5 airings of Philippines games were consistently among the top 10 telecasts of the night throughout the tournament, and even beat shows from ABS-CBN and GMA in Metro Manila. According to Nielsen Media Research, TV5's Metro Manilan audience share on August 10 was 33.1%. As against GMA's 30.1% and ABS-CBN's 24.3%. Numbers for August 11 improved, with TV's 38.1% beating GMA's 31.5% and ABS-CBN's 18.3%. National audience share show TV5 winning with a 35.3% share, or about 5.7 million people, against 28.1% of GMA and 25% of ABS-CBN. Soundtrack: there were 2 main soundtracks made for the Asian Championship, which was heard over in Philippine TV broadcast. Saludo by Quest, Gila's Anthem Paso by Junior Ponce Enral. Officials, match commissioners, Riel Banaria, Jafar Ali Ip Fuqua, Xin Ping. Referees, sponsorship, Birdog Asia, Peak, Smart Communications. References.